Welcome, guys. Today we are going to discuss the very nice and fine poem. Now, let us start the poem. Yes, here you are watching a very nice picture on the screen. Now, having seen the picture, can you guess about the topic of the poem? What is the man doing now? And today I am going to discuss about a poem. And can you guess the topic of the poem? No doubt. The name of the poem is The Foolish Fish. Yes, this is the topic of the poem. Similarly, can you imagine the theme of the poem on the basis of the title? Because the title is The Foolish Fish, can you imagine the theme of the poem on the basis of the title? Yes, the theme of the poem is we must obey our seniors as they have better understanding of life, disobedience and its harmful consequence. सिनियरले प्यारेन्ट्सले भनेको कुरा हामीलाई हमेसा मान्नु पर्दछ, नमाने के खतरा हुन्छ यसमा हामी जान्न गइरहेछौँ. Similarly, here what would you do in similar situation as the fish? Suppose you are in trap like that fish. Then what would you do? How can you come out from that trap? Imagine the situation. Now, here about the author. You are watching here Anne Taylor and Jan Taylor. Anne Taylor was an English poet and literary critic. She gained lasting popularity in her youth as a writer of verse for children. In the years up to her marriage, she became an astringent literary critic. However, she is best remembered as the elder sister and collaborator of Jan Taylor. Because Jan Taylor was an English poet and novelist, she is sometimes credited with the words to the widely known song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, How I Wonder What You Are. The sisters Jan and Anne Taylor and their authorship of various works have often been confused, in parts because their early ones were published together. Here, Anne Taylor, she was died 84 years of her age, but she died only 41 years of her age. She was unmarried and she gave 8 children birth. Now you can study more and more about Jan Taylor and Anne Taylor in different sources. Now about the poem. The Foolish Fish is a beautiful poem for kids. The poem is about a little arrogant fish and its helpless death. The poet includes a mortal theme, disobedience and its harmful consequences in the poem. This poem is a straightforward narrative and tells a story of son and mother fish. As the poem in the narrative form, it offers a voice describing the action of two fish with the technique of personification. The story of the poem is provided from the narrator's perspective. The narrator is an observer of the entire action and offers the exposition. The exposition sets the scene and explains what is happening in the poem. There are 5 stanzas in the poem. Each stanza contains 4 lines. The poem has the AB rhyme scheme. I will talk about this in other slide. For example, the word fish rhymes with wish of the third line. Likewise, C of the second line and me of the third line are the rhyming pair. In short, the poem has simple narration, common rhyming scheme, and moral theme. These qualities make the readers interest it. Now, rhyming a scheme of the foolish fish. Dear mother, said a little fish, is that a worm I see? I am very hungry and I wish you would get the worm for me. Sweet innocent, the mother cried and started from her nook. That worm you see is there to hide the sharpness of a hook. As I have heard, the little trout was young and foolish too, and presently he ventured out to learn what might be true. Around about the worm he played, with many a longing look, and dear me, to himself he said, I am sure there is no hook. I think I will give one little bite. And that was what he did, and thus he died in hapless plight by not doing as he was bid. Now here I am asking A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, and G, H, G, H, I, J, and I, J. Here first line rhymes with third, second line rhymes with fourth in this way. Now this is very nice poem. Now we are going to start the poem line by line. What are they doing? No, you are watching there are two fish. No, one is the son and other is the mother. Yes, baby, son, and other is mother. And here, dear mother, they are talking. They are discussing about the problem. Now, baby fish, son, is asking his mother, dear mother, said a little fish, is that a worm I see? No, what is that? That is a worm. He's asking, is that the worm I see? No, certainly, is it worm? And after that, asking that question, no, I'm very hungry and I wish you would get the worm for me. And that baby fish, the son, requested his mother, mother, please go and catch that worm for me because I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry and I wish you would get the worm for me. And when the son requested his mother by saying these lines, then what happened? No? Sweet innocent, the mother cried and replied, that mother replied, sweet innocent, my dear baby, my dear son, and started from her nook. And to say the line, she started her nook and told, sweet innocent, the mother cried, that worm you see is there to hide the sharpness of a hook. There is a hook. No, there is a hook inside that worm. That's why you should not go to catch it because there is danger inside that golden opportunity that you are watching. That is not the golden opportunity. Inside it, that is the worm, but inside the worm there is hook, and that hook will harm you. You will die. In this way, insert that mother convinced her son. But what happened? That is the nature of the youth, and that he did. Here, as I have heard, the little trout was young and foolish too, and presently ventured out to learn what might be true. And as I heard, that mother heard, what heard? That little trout was young, that very young one, and foolish too, because he is not experienced. No, and presently, what did he do? He ventured out, he went out, he tripped out, he started his journey. Why? To learn what might be true. To know, hey, is that the true? Is inside the worm hook? I have to know myself. I have to observe. That is the nature of innocent one. That is the nature of youth one. And here around about the worm he played with many a longing look, and dear me, to himself he said, I am sure there is no hook. And what did he do? No, he was playing here and there. Around about the worm he played here and there to watch where there is hook. But he is innocent one, he is not experienced one, little one. That's why with many a longing look, that fish not only one time but many more times he played and watched that worm, and at last he could not get find the result that indeed there is the hook. And he himself said, oh, I am sure there is no hook. That's why I have to bite it. No, my mother told that's not the true, because I observed myself, the reality. But he could not get the reality. Do you know why? Because of his innocence. No, not matured. And after that, I think I will give one bite, one little bite. And after that, what did he think himself? Oh, I have to bite once a time, that one. And when he thought himself and got in decision, came into decision that he has to bite that worm a little to taste whether what is there inside it. And he did it. Oh, and that was what he did. त्यही गर्यो उसले सोचेको कुरा. And thus he died in hapless plight, unlucky condition, not by doing as he was bid. And he was ordered, he was requested not to do, but he did not obey her mother, his mother, his senior. That's why by not doing as he was bid, what happened? He died in hapless plight. That's why, my dear students, you should obey your elders. Okay, I hope so. Thank you for today.